Hey everyone, and welcome back to Event Trends by Eventify. I'm Kevin Rosenquist, and today we're getting into a debate that comes up constantly in the event world. Should you build your own event app or just buy one that's already out there? Now, on the surface, building your own sounds kind of appealing, right? Total control, custom features, built exactly the way you want it. But here's the thing. What looks like a one-time investment often turns into a money pit that quietly drains your budget, your team's energy, as well as your focus. So today we're breaking it all down, the real costs on both sides, what nobody tells you when you're making this decision, so that by the end of this episode, you've got a much clearer picture of what's actually right for you and your events. Let's get into it. So we're going to walk through the hidden costs of building an app from scratch, then flip to the real costs of buying one, and then land on how to actually make this decision without second guessing yourself. So let's start with building. And I want to be really clear here. When I say hidden costs, I don't mean the obvious stuff like developer salaries. I mean the costs that don't show up in the original estimate, but absolutely show up on your invoice 6 months in. All right, number one, building even the baseline version of an event app is not a weekend project. You're talking ticketing, registration, attendee management, documentation, communications, and that's before you get into anything fancy. Just getting the core thing built takes serious planning, serious time, and serious money upfront. And here's one people always underestimate. Once the app is built, that's actually just the starting line. You're now on the hook for ongoing maintenance, OS updates, bug fixes, security patches, and new feature rollouts. Industry estimates put that at roughly 15 to 20% of your original build cost every single year. And that number tends to go up over time, not down. So that one-time cost suddenly becomes a recurring line item on your budget forever. Building a great event app isn't just about finding developers. It's about finding the right developers. Your team needs people who understand real-time interactivity, AV and IoT integration, high concurrency systems that can handle hundreds or thousands of people hitting the app at the exact same time during a live event. Back-end engineers, mobile developers for both iOS and Android, and UI UX designers. Either you hire them, which is expensive, or you outsource to an app development firm, which is also expensive and comes with its own headaches. Now this one is underrated. While your team is heads down building an app, who's running your events business? Every hour your people spend on software development is an hour they're not spending on clients, logistics, growth. You've essentially started a tech company inside your events company, and most people didn't sign up for that. This next one is non-negotiable. GDPR compliance, data protection standards, SOC 2 audits, legal reviews. These aren't optional extras. They're requirements, and staying on top of them requires dedicated attention. Slip up here, and you're not just dealing with a bug, you're dealing with a data breach or a regulatory fine. Attendee expectations keep evolving. They want QR check-ins, live polling, gamification, AI-powered matchmaking, payment gateways, and marketing integrations. The feature wish list never stops. If you're building your own app, you own that roadmap. Every new feature is a new project. It's a treadmill that never really slows down. And the last one here, and it's a big one, when your app is built by a specific team or vendor and one of those key people leaves, you're in trouble. Hiring someone new and getting them up to speed takes time, and you usually don't have that time, especially when an event is coming up fast. So that's the build side. Now let's look at buying, because buying isn't without its own costs either. The difference is they're a lot more predictable. Most event apps come in two flavors, if you will. There's the basic off-the-shelf version, which is more affordable, but it looks like everyone else's app. Then there's the white-labeled version with your own branding, which is more polished, more professional, but yes, it comes at a higher price. Know which one your event actually needs before you start comparing costs. Buying a new app usually means connecting it to systems you already have, like your CRM, your registration platform, or badge printing, QR check-in. Some of this is straightforward. Some of it requires custom API work, and depending on the platform, that can mean additional fees. It's worth asking about this upfront so you're not surprised. If you're switching from one platform to another, moving your attendee data over isn't always simple or even free. Some platforms make data portability difficult on purpose. They know that data lock-in keeps you from leaving. Read the fine print on data ownership before you commit. That base price often doesn't include everything you actually want, like live polls, networking features, gamification, and advanced analytics. With white-labeled solutions, most of these are built in. With lower-cost options, expect to pay extra for anything beyond the basics. Pricing structures differ widely by platform. Some charge per user, some per device, some based on data usage. Make sure you understand how costs scale with your event size so there are no surprises when your registration numbers start to go up. And this is worth asking about directly. Does real-time support come included, or is it a premium add-on? Having someone available to troubleshoot on event day is worth it. Just make sure you know what you're paying for before the event, not during it. And if you're selling tickets through the app, there's almost always a commission involved. It can be as high as 30%, depending on the platform and the store it's distributed through. Factor that into your event economics, especially for larger paid events. New platform means your team needs to learn it. And that's time, that's productivity, and sometimes a formal training cost. It's not a deal breaker, but it is something to budget for when you're comparing options. All right, well, that's a wrap. The build versus buy question doesn't have one universal answer. It depends on the scale of your events, your team's capacity, as well as your long-term goals. But hopefully, today made the trade-offs a lot clearer. If you want to see what Eventify can do for your events, head over to eventify.io. Eventify's AI-powered event app comes with built-in matchmaking that connects the right attendees at the right time, a smart agenda builder, and real-time engagement tools that turn passive attendees into active participants, all automatically, no manual setup required. There's full white label capabilities too, so it looks and feels like your brand. You can explore all of that and more with a complete product tour or book a free demo. And if you found this episode useful, please subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. It genuinely helps the show grow. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for being here.